1027 KIIS FM. It is DJ Skee up in the spot with Nelly. What's good, sir?
What up, pimp?
5.0.
Yeah, man, in the building.
It's crazy, man. How does it feel? Like you did one of the toughest things in hip hop, which is really come back and have arguably, some of the biggest singles of your career again now. Like after, be it disappearing for a couple of years. And I mean, you were always there, but you know what I mean? Now it's back at full steam, man.
I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I think as an artist, you never really see it as a comeback because you're always working. But I understand it. I understand it. I understand where people are coming from because you look at the game now, it's changed so much.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of how the industry has changed, like when your first album dropped, tens of millions of records and stuff now. Nobody does that anymore and stuff. How do you go about making your money and approaching the music business as opposed to Nelly first coming out Country Grammar to now Nelly 5.0?
I think it's different. I think when I came in, it's different, but it's similar. Mm-hmm. It's different in a way of obviously it's been 10 years, and the game has changed. But it's similar in the sense of when I first came out, I really didn't know what to expect, and I was kind of looked upon as the underdog. When I first came out. And I think now, amazingly, I'm kind of looked upon as the underdog again. If anybody that sold 35 million records could be an underdog, but for some reason I get put in that position, So it's one of those things, man, where you try to take it in stride. And obviously, I think it works for me. I want people to underestimate me. I want you to turn your back on me. I want you to not pay any attention and don't game plan for me. You know what I'm saying? So it works better that way.
Most definitely. For new artists coming up and stuff too, it being such a different time, what advice would you give to them, if you want to break it, especially in hip-hop?
I get asked that, and I don't know.
It's tough.
I don't know. Like I don't have that. I don't have that because I'm getting new to the way the game is now. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I'm not going to say that it's easier now, but it is. In a sense, from when I came out, because when I came out, it wasn't no YouTubes.
Yeah,
you couldn't touch millions of people like that at one time. You had to touch your area,
especially
being
from
St.
You
had
Louis.
to get on the road. You had to load up a van. You had to put your CDs in. You had to stand outside the club for 3-4 hours and pass out your CDs. You can't get lucky and catch a YouTube phenomenon and get 3-4 million views and be able to take that and manufacture that. You can't strike a deal with iTunes and put your own song on there and get people to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's easier. It's still hard, but it's a lot easier than when it was. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Just definitely.
Especially coming from St. Louis. That wasn't a place that people were checking for hip hop. How'd you really, going back in the days? Let's talk about how you first came out.
That's one of the things that I think people overlook a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like to get in that when we're talking about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I try to get into that, and I never want to discredit anything that anybody else has ever did because everybody deserves to be where they are. But when you look at when I came out, I didn't have a super producer to bring me out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get blessed by somebody that was already on and could have blessed. I didn't get a guest appearance on my single to get introduced. I came from a place that nobody knew about, nobody gave a damn about, nobody cared about, and I just got thrown in the deep end of the pool and was told to swim. You know what I'm saying? And I survived. So I think that's what a lot of people, I think, mistake. That's the only thing I give a damn about is that they miss that.
Yeah.
I don't care if you don't give a damn about my music. You don't have to give a shit or rat's ass about my. Am I live?
Yeah, you're not.
Okay, well, you don't have to give a damn about my music, but respect my hustle.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You may not agree with what I do, but respect my hustle, homeboy. Because didn't nobody help us.
You're still
didn't nobody
hustling.
help us.
10 years later.
Yeah, man.